welcome back to another special episode of the How To's. And in today's episode, I am going to show you how to build a watering hole for turtles. Okay, as you can see, there's a lot of them up in here, but the only thing is, keeping them there in your watering hole is one thing. But the other thing is one thing you must keep an eye on, that you may lose the turtle if you don't do it right. So in today's episode, I'm going to show you a tutorial of how to build one. So that's what I'm going to do in today's episode. And as you can see, Dolphin is actually helping me out here. As you can see that little guy. And you're probably thinking like, why is your screen become a little dark? Well, guess what? And what is this? Oh, a scoot. Nice. That only happens... I might have to tell you that on the next episode of how that is done. So this is only for turtles that are only meant in a watering hole. So here's another baby turtle. Percy, of course. Hello there, my friend. But on the other hand, there is one thing that it must be taken care of right now, is showing you how to, oh, the heck, hang on. Where's that one? There it is. Cool. Alright. There's one thing I'm going to show you today, is showing you how to build a watering hole for turtles. So I'm going to find a spot here. Hang on. Get out of here. Since there's no way at all out of there. Okay? The only reason why I did it that way is so that I can get the heck out of there. Because literally, you can look around this thing. There's no way out, but there is a way in. Gotta make sure you have a way in, otherwise it'll be impossible to get you inside. And make sure you have a glass dome underwater, just in case you don't have what I've got underneath here, because I'm not going to show that just yet until later on, or like later on in my episode. So just hang tight for a bit, or I can do this. You gotta give a hand to the producers of the game, because what they did is that allows you to swim a little bit better, and gotta hand it to them. They did really well there, to be honest with you. Alright, this may be a good spot, but no, it's not. So, might take a little bit to find a spot here. And I'm going to show you step by step of how it's taken care of. You're asking, why are you holding an arrow? Well, that's a very good question. The reason why I'm holding the arrow, so that I can actually use my bow at some point if I need to kill something. That's only if I need to kill something. Which I am not going to do any killing today. Today's a sad day. How many of you out there are Pokemon fans? Any? Any of you out there? Well, unfortunately, I am actually going to be doing another episode on Sunday sometime. I'm not sure when, but sometime on Sunday, I will be doing another episode with my very, 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 very special guest. So, be aware of that when that time comes. Just for now, it's just only me. just for now. Okay, see that island that's over there? That is going to be a good potential spot, but here's the thing. It may not be just a island. It looks like it's not. So we're going to actually swim over there quickly enough. And like I said, it may not be an island, so. And everywhere I go, it is just... Oh, excuse me. Everywhere you look, it's just a potential spot, but sometimes when you overlook an area, well, guess what? That's not the case. I'm just looking for a pond of some type, in case you're wondering that. If I can actually have a way of getting up, because literally I can't jump there. I really couldn't, to be honest with you. Yeah, it is too small. Oh, here's a thing that I can actually show you right now while we're at it, even though I don't have the map on hand, but I do have it somewhere. Yeah, I think I do. I think I have it somewhere, but not on hand. What you could do with the map, instead of having it on your, this hand over here that I'm using, that I'm hitting with, you could use it on this slot here. I actually did that at some point. You can actually use a map on your offhand. On your offhand, which means that you can carry the map infinitely without having any problems with anything. So it's pretty good. So I chose to do the arrow so that when I do my bow, I can just use the arrows I have. Pretty cool, huh? Alright. I see there's a pond here, but this... yeah, too small. You don't want to put them in the lava, that's for sure. Because they won't know it's a pond, because it's a lava pond. And you don't want to do that. Precisely, you would not want to do that. Whoa, okay. I see how it is. I mean, if I wanted to, I can use some of this river. But you know what? It's better if I don't. Because it's a river, right? Not a pond. It's a river, it's a river. Whoa, look what I found here. This is cool. Horn coral block. Cool. That is so tight. I never would have thought I would find this. Well, it looks like I got some lighting objects here. That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool that I found that. Might have to go back to that later at some point. Not sure when, but I will. And look at that. More stuff that I was unaware of. It's kind of cool. As you can see, I'm just exploring, but I'd rather not be exploring. I'd rather be finding a pond, if you know what I'm saying. That is deep enough and big enough. I'm looking for a precise one, so. And yet, I have not found one yet, as you can see. I mean, I can use the water out there, out in the open, but on the other hand, it's best if I don't. Alright, it is time for me to start flying here. Because literally I'm just wasting my time just doing this. So, I'd rather be finding an actual pond that I can use currently. And oh, you know what? This might be a good spot. Think about it. I'll think about it. So I don't see anywhere else but that that's deep enough. But wow, that's big. But I gotta make sure there is sandy areas, because if there is none, then it's not a good spot. Like this right here. There's a lot of sand right here. So what's gonna happen here is I'm gonna put a wall here, and then what I'm gonna do is hopefully, well, I've got some eggs on hand, so I can actually do that right there. So awesome. Okay, so we've got a good spot. So what we're gonna do, because we want to make sure the watering hole is big enough, right? Well, I think we have a nice little size. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna show you exactly how this is done. How I actually got it done. Pretty simple. Don't mind the creatures nearby, because just don't put your mind to it, really. Just don't do that. Because that's not going to help your case if you did. Just saying. So what you're going to do, as you can see, I am placing sand as a wall. You're going to be doing this for a while. Literally. Mm. Yeah, I'm going to be doing this for a while. So in today's episode, I'm just going to build the wall. And then in the next episode, I'm going to show you exactly the next step, what's going to take place. Because literally doing the wall is going to be a lot of time. It literally is. It's going to take a lot of time just doing this, depending on how big you want it. Because I do want it nice and good size, but I just didn't even get started. Because look at that. That's how much time it took just to get this little section here. That's how long it took. So I have a long ways to go here. To be honest with you, I really do. So I'm going to actually do this off screen, so that once it's finished, I'll start the next episode, so you can see that the wall is finished. So you're going to be doing this for a while. Or I could do this. Even though that's not precisely what I wanted. But it'll have to do for now. Really? Thank you. Good grief. As you can see, I was having a tough time there. Jesus. Please, dang it. Ding, 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 ding. That I was done. Come on. Quit that already. Ugh. I hate when you, I hate when the game does place it on, and like, when you go up in your placing, and it just doesn't allow you. Like that, right there. Look at that. Takes forever. Hey, I did not want to go up. Come on. See, it takes a little bit of a glitch just to make it work. Come on now. Anyway, that's gonna take a while. It really is, to be honest. Yeah, it's gonna take a bit. It's gonna take a while for me to do this, but if I put my mind to it, then yeah, I can do it. No problem. Really? Just a little bit more. Hopefully I can line it up, and then I can just get this wall done before the episode is over. Come on, place it. Thank you. Good grief. Tired of that, tired of the little glitches here and there sometimes. Really bothers me. Really does. Yeah, one more row, and then, Or I could do this, even though it's kind of... It's like, dang, can I place it there for once? And apparently I could not. How lame is that? You know? Did not want it there. Game, I did not want it there. No. Sometimes the game can really bother me sometimes, as you can see that. But the time we have, I'm going to make it a little easier for me. And a lot faster. If you can get my drift here. The kind of speed I'm looking for is none other than speed 2. No, I don't want the splash. I don't want the splash potion. There we go. That's what I want. Here we go. Takes less time when I do this. as I get higher and higher of this wall, the lighter it becomes, as you can see. My controls here are being a little hesitant of moving my crosshairs, so. Now I'm out of the water, which is kind of nice. Alright, I just need 2 more layers and I am officially done here. Alright, what's going to take place here? Now the next step, since I took care of the wall now, finally. Jesus. Alright, so the next step we're going to do is actually do oak fence, or a type of fence that doesn't get ignited by a mere thunder strike, because it will make it go on fire. So try to avoid that if you can. Alright, so we're going to place this here. I'm going to grab that so that it doesn't despawn. Now, here's the thing. You want to make sure you have some sand areas so that the turtles have a way to breed. So you have an area for them to breed. Make sense? I hope it does, because it'll make it easier for you. And actually, pretty easy for you to get this done pretty quick. And if any blocks that are basically like next to your fence, make sure it is 2 blocks away from your fence area, so that if any mobs that are outside of the fence don't end up getting inside the fence by walking right into it, so that it doesn't do any suspicious, come on up. Alright, so we're going to take care of this here. Any plant areas that needs to be taken care of, make sure you take care of it. Otherwise, it's not going to be a very good thing to have. So, actually on hand. As you can see, my crosshair was moving without my command, which is kind of annoying. That I don't like when my crosshair goes up without my command, which is, yeah, annoying. Now, I am not so worried about trees, because they're not like that ups in importance, if you know what I'm saying. So, we're gonna go and do this. Bring it up a little bit. But then we're gonna go a little... As you can see, there's a wolf that is right here. Well, guess what? The only one thing we're gonna do, even though I said I'm not gonna do any killing today, well, guess what? I'm going to do just that. Just get the wolf out of here. Even though that's kind of cruel to do so. So now, what I'm gonna do, make sure you actually do have some areas like that right there. But what I'm gonna do is get rid of the fence that I was creating here, because you want to make sure you have some other areas that are available. I am not wanting to hit the sand block. Good Lord, I did not want that. Alright, now, here's the thing. Getting the turtles to stay in their area is one thing, but getting them to actually stay in place is one thing. So if you can kind of make sure that there's no way of them escaping, but you gotta make sure you have a way in, though. You gotta make sure you do. And I'm gonna show you how that is gonna be taken care of for you guys. Now, if there's any walls that are like on a mountain wise, you want to make sure your fence is well cleared away from it. So you want to make sure you don't have any mobs that comes inside by doing that. So you want to make sure you do a little add-ons just to be sure. But you gotta have at least a way in, actually, just to make sure. But if you didn't have a way in, what good does it do? Just make sure you have a way in, so that it makes it easier for you to get in. As you can see, the mountain here is your way in for this right here. So make sure you have a way in and also have a way out. So I'm gonna let it out of save here, and I'm gonna eat a little bit of chips. Alright. Now, you're probably thinking, like, how the heck did I get a trident? Or how do you get yourself a trident? Well, damn it. Excuse me. Well, the only two ways of getting a trident is finding a abandoned ship, precisely, and hopefully you can find a treasure map. And hopefully that treasure map can help you find the treasure, precisely. Which I tried that once, and I still couldn't find it. It was kind of lame that I actually did it that way, but you know what? I guess it's how it is, I guess. But the other way is finding a drowned, which sometimes they will house a trident for you. next step that I'm gonna actually do is actually have. Oh, okay. Okay, I'll keep that there. Alright. Now, you want to make sure you have the caves closed. Except if they're connected to this pond. And if they're not connected to any other pond that's over here, as you can see, that is not much of a pond. But sometimes turtles will think, hey, that's my area. No. With the fenced area, it'll prevent them from doing that. Now, how could you get an egg? Well then, I could actually help you out on that on the next episode. But me, on the other hand, I have 9 of them. How did I get them? Well, have a type of tool with the enhancement of Silk Touch. Okay? And what Silk Touch does, it allows you to grab the block that you are unable to receive, such as glass. Things that you're unable to receive, like grass blocks. Precisely. Okay? So things like that, or stone. Because when you mine it, you get a cobblestone instead. So Silk Touch allows you to get just the stone. Or you can get a coal ore. Silk Touch, you get the ore, but not the coal. Instead of a coal dropping, you get a block of coal. The coal ore block. It's kind of cool. It's kind of neato. Alright. So that is it for this episode. So I'm going to turn this in today, and I'm going to hold this egg for now, even though it doesn't really do anything for me. But if I place it right now, it's going to take about 2 or 3 nights in a row for it to actually hatch. So, in the daytime, it's not going to help you because it's not going to hatch. It only hatches at night. Keep that in mind. Anyway, so if you like this video, please leave a like and a comment, and I'll catch you guys in the next episode of How To's Tutorials. I'm your host, SurvivalMan1. Peace out.